Good morning, everyone. Well, I'm going to do the last 15 days of 30 Days of Sketches share. And our first layout sketch was by Jennifer Ganji. I think that's how you pronounce it. And here's her sketch. It has embellishments on the side. The photos are mainly in the middle of the two papers. And she had smaller pictures, so she has two at the top, two at the bottom, and then one on each side. And her pictures are angled. Now my pictures I'm trying to get all these pictures of the oldest granddaughter done, and so it's like the ones I thought would work well with this are bigger. So this is, but you can see this was my jumping off point, and then it's like it does look similar. It's got the empty space in the middle. Most of the embellishments are on the outside, even though my other pictures ended up on the outside too. And she had these ones angled, but that's what made me think of angling this. So you can see how the different things will lead you to your layout, even if it's not identical. And she had a lot of like little things, and so I've got these little spatterings of embellishments too. And even my paper is like that with the little bottles underneath. So I thought that turned out really, really cute. And this is the one that just turned 18. Okay, so that was layout 16. And the pile gets so big if I just lay them on top of each other like I want to do. Okay, and then this one here, and I had made up the baby kits previously when I tore apart the pad of paper. I love doing that, and I put the embellishments and everything with them, so that was fun to do that. So I had all these embellishments and everything already in the kit, even though I didn't know what I was going to scrap with it. And oh, sorry about the glare. I'm gonna have to see if I can get a lighting expert. Can you work on that, hubby?
Yes, mistress.
You didn't know I spent all day with Igor, did you? Or Igor. Was it Igor or Igor? Okay, so layout 17 is by Kristen Hughes. And it's kind of hard to see because she drew it with pencil, and that's what I did mine with pencil too. But I think I ended up, well, the last time I didn't draw over it. This time I did. She's got like the photos matted extra. She's got her photos grouped together, and she's got like other pieces of paper underneath here. So she had some that ran across, she had some that went up and down, and so that's what led me to what I ended up with. So it is, I think it's pretty similar because she also has embellishments here, she has embellishments here, and then one over here. So I did go for the more of a, diagonal here. But again, it's the oldest granddaughter. And some of these I just put off because like I knew I was gonna have to do a 2-page, so I guess that's getting it done. I love how it turned out. And again, it's like I had all this stuff already put in a collection of just, okay, this is gonna be a baby layout, and I had no idea I was gonna cut it up into stripes until I did the sketch. So, or strips, strips. But I love how it turned out. And, she's eating. It's like, I didn't even know. I mean, really, I forgot that I had her eating when I made out the collection or the kit. Now I still haven't glued down everything, so I still have to do that. But I might not get it done until I put them in the albums. Who knows? It's a mystery to me. Okay. And then this one here. And I got lots of comments on this one because this is where it's like, I didn't have anything that could lead me into how I could make this paper with the, and this is by Cindy Thayer Brown. and she had like radiating paper, and which, you know, I know if I had a compass and stuff I could figure it out, but it's like, you know, you're just trying to get your layouts done, and it's like there's no way I was gonna do that. So I just thought, right after I kind of started laying out the project, that's when I thought, oh, I could have like other things coming out from there. And then I thought, oh, I think I had just gotten the enamel dots, and so I thought I'll just maybe use those, and I think it turned out really good. And I got lots of comments on how I was able to, you know, come up with that, and it was just, you know, out of necessity, and I think it turned out super cute. And I love the colors, and it's like her pink dress. So fun. And again, it's like, you know, I would have tried to figure out how to get these all on one page, because I always hate, well, I would have still had to do 2 pages, because there's no way I could have got this on with that. And again, that's why it's like, I just like, okay, I'm gonna have to do a 2-page. Sometimes you just can't even think to 2 pages, but I did it for a whole month. Pretty excited about that. Okay, and this one here is by Brandy Joe, and I did flip this 2 pages around, because this is what happened first and this is what happened second. But and I love how it's, you know, in the sketch. I mean, this is so much, this is just like the sketch, because she's got 2 layers of Polaroids, and I even got a paper clip on it, which I forgot that I even had a small paper clip I could put on there. And then the 6 pictures lined up, and now it looks like wavy, but it probably was torn too. I did add an extra torn part just because I wanted to bring some of this turquoise down here, because otherwise you didn't get to see very much of the turquoise. And because she had a little turquoise in her pumpkin. I just love how it turned out. Love it, love it, love it. And I would have never have thought of this idea, you know, putting the Polaroid style and everything, and I love how it turned out. Okay, and then this one here is by Miss Carrie, and she has 2 horizontals with banners, and then she has the grid of 4 here. Now again, my pictures are a little bigger, and instead of the horizontals I had verticals, but you can see it was still basically that same theme. Now I didn't get to put any tabs like she had on the thing. Oh, that wanted to move, but just because my pictures were too big again. And then I didn't have any horizontals, but I took these 2 and did it basically in that same style. And where she used tabs, you know, last times it's just a suggestion of putting embellishments there. And so I did put embellishments down here where she had the star, and now she had a star over here too, but my banners are pretty big, and so I just kept all the clusters up in here. And she didn't actually show a title, but I decided to put my title right there. And again, it's like, I just love where it leads you, because it's like, I never think about laying banners out, but look at how awesome it looks. And some of these aren't even, I think most of them were not even full banners. It's like I just lined them up so they would look like they were a full piece, because I used the 8x6 paper for this, because I was down to nothing with that collection. Okay, do I only have 1 paper to this? Did I pick it up? I did. I didn't even realize it was there. Okay, and this is my second grand, And I think this is, yeah, this is by Ginger Bush. And she had, I pretty much have like what she has here. I have, you know, well, hers are 4x4, mine are 3x4s. And then where she had a journaling spot, I put another photo. And then my special photo I put over here. Now, because I decided to use this paper with this big flower, my picture did end up in the middle rather than on the side. And I actually started it over here more, but by the time I got done, it ended up slid over, you know. But really, couldn't have had it much over. And so that way I got to take my special picture and highlight it on the first page, which I love that kind of design for something special like this. So, and she had, you know, kind of a diagonal with her embellishments too. And that's one thing I always like to do too. Now I did end up with an extra cluster because I did the cluster like she had here, but then I ended up with 2 extra ones just using the paper as my guide because it had a flower here and a flower here. So where she kept them in here. So it's like I just had to go with the paper since I was going to use that. Okay, and this one here, this one is, I had already done a page like this for Tegan, and this one I did for Brenna. And Tegan's I did all in pinks, and that looks totally appropriate to her. You know, it looked perfect too. And I only did a 1 page for her. Now this one had 4 over here in the grid. It had 2 up here of the same size, and then a bigger one down here. Oh, and this is by Holly Fiercely. And this, hers kind of almost resembled like a birthday party or, you know, carnival like atmosphere. So maybe that's what made me think of this. But I just had the 1 picture for this side. I got the grid over here, and then she has these different papers, but they kind of look like they're that kind of a rainbow blend, or what is that, ombre, where I actually ended up deciding that I was going to try to match this. I think it was it's like a seahorse dragon kind of thing. So once I decided I was kind of going to go with these colors, it's like I found these, and I gotta tell you, that was super hard to do in my stuff, but I love how it turned out. Super cute. And on Tegan's too, I also called it Giddy Up, and I just think it's so funny because you're on something that really can't go. And I just thought that was such a fun title that I had to do it again. I don't come up with a real creative title very often, so, you know, it's like I had to do it twice. Because usually it's really kind of the same thing over and over again for me. Okay, and this one here, I gotta tell you, seeing everybody's that done this, I just love this one. Because it looks so simple here, but once you put it into paper, it just ended up so cute. So with the banners underneath here, oh, and this is Dana Terry. So she's got it matted twice, and she's got her pictures here. There's a banner running underneath here, and then she's got like a belly band running across there. And this ends up with 2 papers, but my pictures were so big, I didn't want to do that because I wanted this paper to show up twice. And I've got it, you know, pattern paper here, and then the pattern paper here also in a stripe. And again, it's like just so cute. Something I just wouldn't have thought of. And again, that was the oldest girl. The oldest granddaughter. Okay, and this is the youngest granddaughter again. This is Foster. She was the one that was in the Halloween pumpkin painting. And she was helping her dad do the laundry. And I just think this, again, is so cute. Now, she had, they were almost like a rainbow look, because she's got them slightly arched. And then on this side, she did them like reverse arch. And now she had a big photo and 2 small ones, and then 2 big photos and 2 small ones, which I didn't have, but I just, when I seen these and seen this picture, I thought, and this is one I didn't have planned out ahead, but I thought, oh, that could be like the clothes folded. And so that's I still did the same layout basically. And then instead of the photo, I've got the little washing machine or dryer over here. And so I tried to fill in pieces, because she doesn't actually say photos, even though I know that's what it is. But so that's where I'm using my embellishments. And then these are supposed to look like folded clothes. And again, this is one of the collection I had made up ahead of time when I tore down the paper pad that I had purchased, the baby paper. Oh, and when I made the embellishment, I had actually put these down here. And then I was looking at, and I kept thinking, it doesn't look right. And I looked back at hers and I thought, yep, she's got that triangle right here. And so I pulled it up. I had to get some of that undo to put on the picture and slid it up here, and I like it so much better. So if you go in and watch that, you'll see I moved that up here and it looks so much better. And that's day 24. Oh, and that's Kristen Foster. Oh, because I made the comment, this is Foster and the sketch was by Kristen Foster. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I hope I'm showing those good enough, because I think I'm talking about it and then I don't even maybe hold it up. Oh, and I made this little hanger to put underneath this little paper dress that was in the kit that I had made up. And I love that. And these were die cuts, that a Temu die. And I love that, the clothes basket. And so I tried to make it look, let's see, where's my picture? Because on this one here, the second page, she actually has like a little banner that's underneath the picture. So I had this thing doing the banner work right here. So I love how it turned out. So cute. It's such a cute picture of Foster. She's grinning and her nose wrinkled up. Okay, and this is Foster and her parents. These were like, I don't know, it could have been the day she came home. It was pretty early. And let's see, who's our sketch artist for this day? Okay, this is Stella Harris. And I actually started out, since I had all these where I could just print them to the size I wanted, I just started, I picked the ones I wanted to be the larger ones and, printed those out. So I tried to actually get all those sizes because I had so many. I thought it'd be pretty easy. And except for trying to do these, they're like 2x4s, which this one I actually cut out as a 2x4, but then I trimmed it down to fit in here because I couldn't get any other ones where I wasn't cutting something out. But I love how this turned out. And I think I have close to the same amount of pictures. I might have had one more, she might have had one more, but because she had 2x2s in here, the 2x4s, the 3x4s, the 4x4s, and 4x6. So I've got quite a few of those, and again, this was one of those kits I had made up, and so the embellishments are already in there and everything, so it was super easy to put it together, even though I had to, kind of finagle the 2x2 or the 2x4s, and so mine ended up being bigger than the ones that she had in the thing. And again, it's like I would have probably have tried to do this in 4 pages. And that's why I hadn't done it yet. But I love how that turned out. Thank you, Stella. Okay. And this next one is going to be, this sketch is by Rebecca Lockhart. And she's got one in the middle here with like 2 papers. And then she's got 3 stacked. And she's got like 1 paper. And this might be a pattern paper. She's got the title up here and then a big butterfly here. And because of the frames, that made me also think of what? Because something about it made me think of doing something. Oh yeah, that's what, when I went over here, I thought, oh, I want that frame now. And so that's where I ended up finding an extra piece of paper to frame this picture with, even though I didn't do it here because my pictures were too big. And you know, it's like I didn't have the great big embellishment, but I had these here. I think this was a kit that, no, I hadn't made up the kit. Okay. I think I did pull the papers ahead though and show them for the 30 days of preparing or whatever. But it's like I ended up using, this is P13. Oh, I think this is actually P13, the wood pad. And then these were P13 embellishments, but they were from 3 different collections. So, and they had the flying pig. The person at the that owned this restaurant must have collected these flying pigs. So I thought, I know I had a pig someplace, and I had wings, so I just put that together. Oh, and these are from Minte's. What was it? It's from the Shabby collection, Shabby book. But I love how that turned out too. It was so fun. And that's back to Brenna again. So I think I did a little bit of every grandchild, but and Brenna's mom now. So this is my oldest daughter and Brenda's mom, Brenda and Tegan's mom. And let's see. This is actually my sketch. And, you know, in my mind I thought, oh, I probably got, you know, the, you know, 4x6s or something that I could put over here. Well, I did have a bunch of smaller pictures, but the smaller pictures that I have are kind of themed, so I think I will actually do them a little bit themed. So I figured I would take these ones where they're very graduation picture like, and just do them with more fancier papers. And I love how this turned out. And this was a Minte's Bohemian Wedding. And so, see, I even had to tweak my own sketch. Where I thought I was going to have 6 pictures, I only have 2. But, and I didn't even do all the embellishments. So, you know, sometimes you just got to tweak it a little to get what you're going for. But I love how this turned out too. And this is actually what they called a locker photo. Or a locker picture. I don't know. It's more than a photo because it's huge. But and I had to trim it down a little bit to get it to fit on this paper because it was long. But I probably only had to trim off maybe an inch or a half an inch or something. Wasn't that much. And I think it did actually hang in her locker for a while because it looks pretty beat up. Okay. And let's see. And then see, who do I have here? I'm trying to think of which kid. Okay, I think this is Aiden's. Okay. So this one here, I want to have it laid out the correct way. Okay. The sketch artist for this was Rebecca Verbanek, I think is how you pronounce her name. And this, it's like, this is, I think, as about as identical as I get. It's got 2 strips up here. It's got 1 paper underneath here. Or actually, she has like 3 strips. So I did not get 3 strips out of there. Oh no, this is actually 1 here. that's underneath here. But she has one more strip that ends up just above this, which I don't have. And she's got an embellishment here and embellishments here. She's got a title here. And I did actually put this little banner from the paper branding strip, just because I thought it's cute. They are playing. It is definitely playtime, so I thought that would be perfect. And then on this side, it's got a strip, a strip. Now my strip got bigger because of the way that I was laying it out. I thought I had it measured well in my head, that I was getting the right sizes, but I think it's turned out perfect, and it's so similar to the sketch. And again, it's like she had an embellishment here, here. So I did that. I did end up with one extra embellishment on these. And because it's the twins layout, I did another one. I just used a little bit different embellishments. Like down here, I've got different embellishments. And then up here, where he's got the little rocket ships, I put kites on hers. And I used, you know, the pink and the turquoise here, where I used red. The red colors on his. Red, well, it's red and turquoise and yellow. And then I had the bumper cars because she made a car out of these. They're called 2-block. And where I put the little, what is it, little trailer thing here. And so just to make them a little bit different. And so they each have one set. So this is Alex's, and this is her brother's, Aiden's, and I did his for my layout that day, because he usually gets less because I end up with more pictures of hers because of her activities. Okay, and this is their little brother, the youngest boy, and this is Ashton, and let's see, his is this one here. This is day 29, and this is Jennifer Kane, and she had a paper here and a paper here, and it looked like it was torn here. And then a paper here and a paper here, and it looked like it was torn here. And then she also had a block here and a block here, and then she had some small pictures. And this again, I got to, I didn't have my pictures, so I tried to get close to those sizes. And then she's got clusters here, and here, and here. She's got a lot of clusters. Then she's got journaling here, which it's like, it's such a bare spot on mine. I can't wait to journal. Okay, so when I tore the papers, I kept looking for, I was gonna put brick here because of one of the papers I seen in the paper pad that I was using. And this is Autumn Splendor from Mente. And then when I was looking at that paper trying to find my brick, right above that was this little gingham or plaid. And so I thought, oh, that looks great. So I decided to put the plaid here. And this is like one of my favorite things of all the sketches I did, was having that little, I always call it the little reveal that's underneath the hidden torn paper, because I love that. So you can see here's where it's like I really need my journaling. And I think I might take a, from this collection, they have the little journaling things. And I might write right on here, but I might actually just put it on a journaling card just so it's kind of set here, maybe in a rectangle. I think I would really like that. And, you know, if I ever get it done, maybe I'll show that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not very good at getting them in the book. I'm not very good at journaling, but I really need to get them in the book because I have two, probably 3-foot stacks. Okay, and this is the day that Brenna, well, this was, we waited 3 days for Brenna to be born. And so anyhow, it's like we were at the hospital and in the waiting room. This is Brenna's aunt, and this is Brenna's grandpa, and this is me. And so we were, you know, off and on somebody might leave, but we kind of were there almost the whole time. And I know that she ended up sleeping there one day. I might have slept there one day, and then one day I decided, you know what, if I go home, maybe that baby will be born. Well, I didn't go home. I went back to her parents' house and slept there. So I said, I'm going to go back to your house. Maybe the baby will be born if I leave. And that's when she was born. And so our sketch artist was Shannon Blinn. And she's got stacked photos here. She's got, this looks like one long photo here, which I think that would be so fun to do one where you have one long photo. And then she's got journaling here, the title here, and then a grid. So I did not have a long photo. I did try to do the stacking of photos, but again, you know, it's like I've got really big photos because they were printed a long time ago, and like 18 years ago. And anyhow, since she was sleeping here, I had this paper that had the pillows in it, so I did slide it over so that the pillow showed, because I thought that would be so appropriate. And then over here where there was a grid, I tried to keep the grid, but because I had one horizontal, one vertical, you know, I just kind of arranged it so that I could still get a title someplace, because again, these were, you know, 4x6s, because that's what I had printed. So that's it for today. I thank you for joining me, and if you haven't done the 30 days of sketches or anything where you're kind of you know, okay, try to get these done by a certain time and try to do this, you know, you can see how mine weren't always just like it, but they were definitely the jumping off point that led me to them. And even though I feel like this was really hard, I liked it getting these double pages done. And I know Christy had asked us, do you want to do another session of just doubles or mix them in? And you know, I gotta say, maybe I don't know if I want to do, it would be kind of nice if it was every other one, because it is difficult now, especially now that I'm not printing so many pictures. And well, I guess I'd probably still print so many pictures, but it might actually, you know, it was easy, the ones where I could just print them out to the sizes that I need. But I think half and half would be good. Maybe every other day. So, but it was awesome time. And I really appreciate that Christy does this, because it really does take me out of my usual and get me to try something different. And you know, it's like, even if it's not identical, you can get so close. I mean, I got so many compliments on the first one, and it's definitely something I just never do. And so it's like, I hope you'll try it sometime, and have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.